Tighten up those belts. It's time to go wheels up.
You good?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. It's coming. I thought we were talking about your weekend first.
Okay, we can. I will.
Okay.
I went to Vegas.
All right.
Back with podcast number 8. I'm Matt Omick, joined with Spencer Hill.
Matt, didn't do a lot of racing this weekend on my end, but I know you had a lot of fun out in Las Vegas at the bull ring.
I was involved with it, didn't race myself. I went over to Vegas with Passon, and he got her done this weekend. 4 wins in 3 days.
What an accomplishment. I mean, what a weekend, just in general.
What a veteran.
That's a veteran move, ladies and gentlemen. No, but really, Mick, when you go 4 races in 3 days, that's just something that's unheard of, really, in any series. So to see that happen for Jason down there, really cool event, too. Those trophies, pretty badass.
Yeah, pretty badass trophies. Last year, actually, all those trophies, they're the same every year. They were all broken. We got to go to the U.S. Legends shop, and
oh, nice.
One little part of each trophy was, I don't know, fucked up with shipping or whatever. But
of course,
this weekend they were actually.
Was it USPS or UPS or FedEx? Just so we can document that.
I'm gonna blame FedEx because I like UPS a little bit better. You?
Yeah. What can Brown do for you?
Logistics
is what I want. Logistics. They can do logistics
love
well.
Logistics. No, it was a good weekend. I had a great time.
Did you do any party?
That was Jason's 36th win, and he'll be back out there in 2 weeks with his modified. We did do a lot of partying. A lot. Saturday night.
Like condensed partying, though.
It was a whole weekend condensed in about 4 hours.
What a marathon. Where'd you go?
So, we finished up racing Saturday night about 11. And I don't know who had the idea to go to Fremont Street, but we finally got there at about 12.
That sounds like a Peyton Saxton idea.
Actually, it was between him and Donnie. Yeah. I mean, veteran call for sure. So we got there about 12 o'clock, and we had a flight at 7 the next morning, which we had to be at the airport before 6. So
I can just see you guys there, like, on Fremont Street doing the math. Okay, but if we drink like 4 more beers, we could get to the airport in at 6:45, and we'll make it.
Yeah, that means
that's what I picture you guys doing. Was it close?
Yeah, you're actually right on the money. So yeah, no, we partied pretty good. Got kicked out of the casino.
How'd you get kicked out of the casino?
I think we went to Binion's and played some Bunions. And so I gave Jason my ID, because obviously he's a little underage right now.
Yeah.
And we look alike. It works.
Not really, but yeah.
Well, it worked for a few seconds until the lady asked me for my ID. And at that point, I did not have an ID.
Hold up, pause. You guys used the same ID on the same table?
Let me get there. So he used my ID, right? And then she went around asking everybody for theirs. Me being the last one. I don't have an ID. So I walk back to Jason. I'm like, hey man, this lady wants to see my ID. I kind of need it back.
That's not sly.
And so, where's my wallet? He basically takes it out with my ID.
Deal here.
Yeah, I'll be careful. And he's like, passing it under the table.
Yeah.
Like, there you go. And like we're hammered, and so we think it's like sly as, nobody can see it. And then at once she's like, everybody at once, I need to see your ID.
And then you're just like...
And at that point I have my own ID, and then Jason's, screwed at that point. So security comes and they kick him out, so... That didn't last too long, but the rest of the night, full of laughs. It was fun.
That's good.
Can I have my cash back?
All right. I tried.
Filming a podcast, not a robbery.
Well, I didn't have quite the weekend you had, but it was also a lot of fun. Friday night, hung out with Cody. Mikey was in town. You know Mikey Heckman.
I do,
and,
yes.
We had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We hung out at Reese's house on Friday. play a little bit of BP.
Reese's
I was on
Pieces.
fire on the table once again. Me and Manny were teamed
You don't
up.
have to, don't lie. It's a podcast.
No, I was, man.
Or you? Without me?
I would say
Dude,
roll the tapes, but I didn't take any
Recently,
tapes.
we've been the dream team.
I know, but no dream team
was
in
your
town.
partner?
It was Manny.
Oh,
Manny.
okay. Is he pretty good?
Yeah, fool.
Like better than me, I say?
He's like all bad.
He's like
bro.
all good, dude.
No, we did pretty good. And then Saturday I went to like a luau birthday party. Like I got laid, except not more like the necklace laid. But it was
welcome
fun.
to Hawaii. You're getting laid.
Yeah, and I don't really know why, but me and Mikey decided go bodies. So I have all these gnarly bruises all over my body.
So why are you fighting
And I'm
one of your best
sore.
friends? What's the deal?
We had no beef. We I don't know. We wanted to fight.
You were hammered.
I really don't know what made us go it'd be a good idea, man. We should brawl. We should make a big scene here at this party where we know nobody.
We are the party.
Birthday girl got mad too. I have no idea what her name is, but she got pretty angry.
That sounds like an idea you would start. I don't see Mikey being like, yo, let's go bodies.
I don't know.
Or
man.
was it him?
I don't know. Tequila makes you kind of crazy.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off.
Or makes you fight your best friend in the middle of the living room.
Yeah.
One of the two. Either way, my Sunday was a little bit more relaxed, though. I did blow some cash, not on something you would think. I actually bought $50 worth of fish from Clark's Pet Emporium. Dude, all right, I gotta tell the story really quick.
You could buy cocaine.
I know.
Bought fish.
It was a terrible life choice, but
don't buy cocaine.
the lady there, pretty cute. And
you're like,
how much more do I have
I'm gonna
to
impress
say?
her. Let me whip out the wallet. I got.
No, I wasn't trying to impress her,
$49.
but she was just going around. She was like, what would be good with these fish? You need one of these. And soon enough, I had a fucking clown loach. I had some tetras and some Danios. I'm dude, I had live plants. I've never had live plants before.
You bring home.
And
So now, I want to buy the store.
And so now I have a full tank of random shit I don't need, and I'm down $50 and payday's in 2 weeks.
Did you at least get her number?
No, I left that part out.
Dude!
I know.
Are you going to go back?
No, because I'm out of money.
Was she impressed?
I don't think so. I think that was just an overall loss.
Wow. Dude.
Yeah. Well, you live and you learn. On a little bit serious, more note, I have something that I kind of wanted to bring up on the podcast because it's something that's kind of been bugging me ever since we went to Tucson. And yeah, it's good. It's good and bad, I guess.
I'm scared, dude.
I just want to know why more racetracks don't work with their fans to get the drivers involved with them and in front of them and interacting. I thought one of the coolest things ever was what Tucson Raceway did with the Lucas Oil Modified Series by having all of the cars come out on the front straightaway and all of the drivers come out on the front straightaway and do a whole meet and greet with all the fans.
Yeah.
I think that's such a good idea. And I think that dirt tracks, all asphalt tracks, why aren't we implementing this everywhere?
Well, I mean, you could argue, are the people running the track, the officials, are they getting paid enough? Or you could argue if they got paid more, would they include that?
Well, I mean, who gives a shit how much they're getting paid? If they want more money, they need to have fans that are going there because they like going there. It's something unique. They're not just paying $15 to watch a dwindling class that's already going down. What used to be, 30, 40 cars a weekend, now is only 10 cars racing. They're paying the same price, if not more. Yeah. Why aren't we giving the fans an opportunity to go down and meet some of these up-and-coming drivers? I don't get why tracks aren't trying to expand on the promotion side of this deal and trying to capitalize on something that doesn't take any time from them. They can even do it during... I know asphalt tracks can do it during intermission. A little bit harder for dirt tracks, but you can at least have the drivers come up in the stands. It's something that needs to happen. We need to get drivers involved with the fans and make us more than just a car racing around a track. We need to get a person and an actual entity that the fans actually connect with, because that's what makes them come back. We want to see the rivalries. We want to see the new rookie coming up trying to beat the veteran. I don't know. That's something that's been bugging me, and I just wanted to get it off my chest.
Yeah, I agree. It's huge to include that, but maybe trying to. Yeah, I mean, they have their schedules figured out. Okay, we got qualifying at this time. Is it time?
I think if you really care about your fans, you're gonna make time. To bring them back and to have them go home and be like, you know what? That was the best damn show I've seen ever. I'm gonna bring my kids back. I'm gonna bring my friends back. And you know what? I'm gonna go tell Jeff at the supermarket. I'm gonna go tell Ron at the parts store. Yeah. And, it's something that really bugs me.
I don't think Ron works at the parts store. That's
shit. That's Mike. That's Johnny, isn't it?
That's Mike and Johnny. Yeah, that's the supervisors.
Well, I just had to get that off my chest real quick.
That's fair.
I also saw something pretty interesting on Twitter today, actually. And it was a study.
Wheels up news flash.
Wheels up news flash, flash, flash.
Flash, flash, cast.
It was a study, and it just made me laugh because I'm like 12 years old. And it's a study that confirms that Uranus smells exactly like you'd expect it to smell like.
Who does this? Who does the studies? Like, do they take...
I don't know.
Random dudes to go sniff Uranus?
I have no idea what any of this means, but apparently a detection of H2S gas over Uranus's main cloud deck gives an insight into what the clouds are like over there. And it's not like fluffy like rain clouds like we have here. I guess they smell like rotten eggs. Or asshole, apparently.
Do you know what H2S gas is?
I don't, but it doesn't sound good.
I want you to do your research and let us know on podcast number 9 what H2S gas is.
I'll work on something.
I'm curious.
I'll work on something.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, I just
doesn't make me want to go to Uranus anytime soon.
No, I don't. I don't. There's a lot of places I would not go, and Uranus is
Uranus. Uranium Capital Speedway.
Hey, by the way, Uranium Capital Speedway has their opening race this weekend.
Hey, save that for Wheels Up watch list.
I don't have it on Wheels Up watch list. That's why I'm saying it right now.
All right.
Uranium Capital Speedway is going to have their opening race this Saturday. So if you are in the area, go attend. Great group of people down there. Finally getting their season started. They're a little bit slower. They don't have quite the volunteer base that they had last year. But if you're in the area, that's a great track to go and support. And they put on a really good show for what they have down there.
Hashtag Uranus.
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 Well, Matt, you have a little bit of breaking news to share here that we just learned about as well.
It looks like Matt Kenseth is going to side with Trevor Bayne half this season and return back to NASCAR.
Yeah, so
maybe as soon as Kansas.
According to SB Nation, Kenseth is expected to share the remaining of the races with the current driver of the number 6 car for Roush Fenway Racing, Trevor Bayne. This is huge news in the NASCAR world. I think everybody just kind of assumed that Matt Kenseth was done.
I did.
Especially after last year, going out with a win like that. But shocking everybody, it's rumored, again, he's supposed to have some sort of meeting earlier today. Obviously, we don't film on Wednesday.
Live news, Matt Kenseth.
But he's going to have something to announce this today, where he's expected to say that he's taking over part-time in that number 6 car, sharing a ride with Trevor Bayne. Bayne has been running full-time since 2015 in the sport. Of course, a Daytona 500 champion. Kenseth, no stranger to Daytona 500 either. He has 2 wins there. He's the 2003 champion with 39 wins in Cup. And he started his career with Roush Fenway Racing in 2001.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what he says in that meeting, but is this maybe a return for 2019?
That's one thing that I'm really interested in. Of course, he had his run at Roush Fenway from 2001 to 2012.
Right.
Then he went over to Joe Gibbs Racing. Great run over there from 2013
but no championship
to 2017. But no championship. That's a good point.
I'm back and forth up here.
At 45 years old, again, expected return May 12th at Kansas. Does this mean full-time next year? Personally, I think it's kind of hinting at it. I would never have guessed that leading into this weekend, but now I don't know what to think.
And it kind of makes you think, okay, if he is full-time, who's he going to go with? Because he's in Trevor Bayne's car. Mm-hmm. He's not with Gibbs. Anybody running with Gibbs. So, back to Gibbs or not back to Gibbs?
No, he ain't going back to Gibbs. There's no room for him at Gibbs. Gibbs...
Is Roush going to pick him up?
He already has. What do you mean? Okay, is he going to pick him up? He's in the 6th car. I think yes. That's my prediction. I'm going to call it now.
Do you want to make a bet right now?
I'll make a bet. What do you want?
$5.
$5? You just had like $100 in your wallet.
25. $25. he does not race 2019 season full time. No matter where he is, who picks him up, I don't think he's going to be the back. And
all right, I'll take it.
Kabang, you saw it right here. Wheels up, betcast.
Cast. All right, Mick.
$25.
Well, now that we have that, write that down somewhere.
Everybody knows.
Now that we have that NASCAR news out of the way, let's go to a little bit more NASCAR racing with the Xfinity Series, who just raced at Richmond Raceway.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to check that out. I was in Vegas this weekend helping Jason, but sounds like Christopher Bell and Noah Gragson had a good battle there.
Yeah, Christopher Bell, Noah Gragson, definitely the story of Friday night there at the Richmond Raceway, where they battled hard all night. Noah Gragson, let's talk about that for just a second.
You gotta love the night racing at Richmond.
Yeah, first of all, the night race at Richmond, the
glow of the rotors, just, I don't know.
I think people really liked the day racing because it was a lot more slipping and sliding, but this weekend, that night racing was very good. Very cool to see. Noah Gragson, in his debut, first race in a NASCAR Xfinity car with Joe Gibbs Racing, finishing second to Christopher Bell. What a feat that was.
Did he have the dominant car this weekend?
He really didn't, no. Christopher Bell had the dominant car. He led 120 laps. And Noah Gragson only led 10.
Okay.
He was coming, though.
That 10 that mattered.
Yeah, well, almost mattered.
Right.
It was a really good race, though. Christopher Bell taking the win in that one. Noah Gragson finishing second in that number 18 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Elliott Sadler, third. Matt Tifft, fourth. Austin Cindric and the number 22 Fitzgerald Ford for Penske finishing fifth. Mm-hmm. Cole Custer, who led 43 laps earlier on in his Stewart Haas Ford, finished sixth. Seventh went to Ryan Truex in his number 11 car. Jeremy Clements, another great run by that short track ace, finishing in eighth. Ryan Reed with Roush Fenway Racing in that number 16 car got ninth, and 10th went to Brandon Jones in the number 19 car with Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen that race. Definitely looked exciting.
It was a really good race, and let's take a quick look at the Xfinity standings too, Mick. You want to read those off?
Yeah, we got Christopher Bell in first, Tyler Reddick second, Elliott Sadler still in third, Daniel Hemrick fourth, Justin Allgaier fifth, got Cole Custer in sixth, Ryan Truex seventh, Spencer Gallagher eighth, Brendan Jones ninth, and Matt Tifft 10th.
Yeah, so really close with the Xfinity standings. Playoff picture looks a little bit like this. Ryan Reed in 11th. Ross Chastain has that last playoff cutoff point. And Austin Cindric, Michael Annett, and Kaz Gralla rounds out the top 15 for them. Ross Chastain also doing really well this year.
When's the next Dash for Cash?
The next Dash for Cash.
Desk for Cash.
I think the next Dash for Cash is going to be, I want to say Indy.
More races?
I think it might be Indianapolis.
Is it?
Or Iowa. I don't know.
We'll include that on next week's watch
I'll look it
list.
up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know what I'm doing.
What
I do know, though, was Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series was also live from Richmond Raceway this weekend, where Kyle Busch went 3 in a row.
The three-peat, yep. Held off Chase Elliott, finishing second.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good battle? I also missed that race, unfortunately.
So, this one, I really got a feel for Martin Truex Jr. because he was the dominant car.
Which was my pick.
Which was your pick this weekend, but he was the dominant car in this race on Saturday night at the Richmond Raceway.
After snagging that pole.
But he came down pit road for his final pit stop, and unfortunately a jack issue cost him 4 seconds, which ended up being, I don't know, 10 positions on pit road,
which cost
just
me $30.
Killed his night, and ended that. So unfortunate ending for Martin Truex Jr. Denny Hamlin though finishing third, Joey Logano fourth, Kevin Harvick fifth, Jimmy Johnson finishing sixth, Kyle Larson seventh, Brad Keselowski eighth, Clint Boyer ninth, and Daniel Suarez in that Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota with a nice run in the 10th position.
I think you had Denny this weekend, didn't you?
I did have Denny. Yeah. Thought he was going to get it done. Really not as much speed as I thought he had. Again, great racetrack for Denny Hamlin, as well as Kyle Larson, which also didn't have quite the speed that I thought he was going to have.
Yeah.
He had a little dust-up with Jamie McMurray, too, which was almost a big story, but it seems like it's cooled down quite a bit since then.
Yeah, I'm going to have to send the crew team at Martin Truex Racing an email saying they lost me $30. It's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slip up in pit road.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
I don't think that was due to the air gun either. I think that was just a jack issue.
Yeah.
So
okay, well, I'll talk to Jack because I'm pretty mad. So, Points for this is Kyle Busch is still in first, Kevin Harvick second. I think he finished, fifth this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clint Boyer in third, Martin Truex Jr. fourth, Austin Dillon ran up the top 5, Joey Logano sixth, Brad Kay, his teammate, in seventh, Denny Hamlin eighth, Ryan Blaney ninth, and Kurt Busch top 10.
Yeah, Kurt Busch sitting in that 10th position. Now let's look at the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoff picture really quick, where we have Jimmy Johnson and William Byron holding off the last 2 positions to make the playoffs at the moment, but a hungry Ryan Newman, Paul Menard, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. right behind him. And, Mick, I got to remind you real quick, Talladega coming up this weekend.
Dega, baby. Come on.
Let's look at Ricky Stenhouse Jr. this weekend. He's just been phenomenal on the plate tracks.
Restrictor plate racing, that's got his name all over it.
So possibly stamping his ticket to a playoff picture as well this weekend. We'll have to check that one out for sure. We also had some IndyCar action this weekend at the Honda Indy Grand Prix of Alabama, where Joseph Newgarden got the win over Ryan Hunter-Reay, James Hinchcliffe finishing in third in that number 5 Honda. Robert Wickens, the rookie, again with another impressive run, finishing fourth. Sebastian Bourdais went for strategy late in the race by trying to stay on the slick tires when the rain came. Unfortunately, did not pan out. He ended up in the 5th position. Scott Dixon in his number 9 car, finishing 6th. Graham Rahal, 7th. Takuma Sato in that number 30 car, finishing 8th. Simon Pagenaud, 9th. And Marco Andretti rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, you mentioned the rain this weekend. Some people took rain tires, some people didn't. So, kind of played out not taking rain tires in the end, right?
Well, you didn't want to take rain tires until the rain just about started to come. That's when...
that covered the whole track, so...
Mm-hmm. And that's when Joseph Newgarden came down. He was actually the first driver to come down for rain tires, and he thought that he'd already lost the race shortly after that, because he said that he killed the front tires on that car. Luckily, though, he had himself enough of a buffer and was able to hold off for that win.
Yep, standings here, Joseph Newgarden with 2 wins is ahead of Rossi in second. We got Sebastian Bourdais in third, Graham Rahal fourth, and James Hinchcliffe around the top 5 in points.
Yep, again, great racing down there for the IndyCar Series. Mick, why don't we talk a little bit about Supercross? Crazy race this weekend over there.
Yeah, in the 250 main, Zach Osborne held out Jordan Smith and Kyle Peters finishing third.
Mm-hmm. That was a really good race too, with Zach Osborne taking the win.
Yeah, early spill on the first lap. My bad.
Yeah, and then let's take a quick look at the point standings though, real quick. Zach Osborne still in the lead there. We have Jordan Smith in second and Joey Savacci in third.
Yeah.
450 race though. Wow.
Yeah.
I have no idea what else to call it other than just pure mayhem.
Pure mayhem, yeah. The king of mayhem, obviously, Marvin Musquin taking over Eli Tomac and Jason Anderson in third. Standings for there, Anderson still holds off Musquin in second, and Eli Tomac has a third place. So
yeah, did you see that finish?
Crazy.
That was impressive.
It was crazy.
It was a little bit crazy, a little bit impressive, and maybe a little bit dirty on Marvin Musquin's part. Charging hard on the last lap, he got passed by Tomac and just went for an all-out balls out, just obliterated Eli Tomac in one of the final corners.
Yeah, would you almost penalize?
You know, officially, from the rulebook standpoint, legal shot.
Legal shot.
But if I was Marvin Musquin, I think he was, I would be very nervous rolling into this next round.
Yeah. I mean, almost on the line of being penalized, but...
Yeah, it was just really rough racing, especially when you're in a title hunt like he is.
No, that's fair. Let's go to the ARCA series. They were in Kentuckiana. So would you say Kentuckiana or Kentuckiana?
I think it's Kentuckiana.
If you're south, you say Louisiana, not Louisiana.
I think that's the dumbest
Okay, never mind.
segue into the Kentuckiana 4 Dealers ARCA 200 at Salem Speedway in Salem, Indiana, which is why it's Kentuckiana.
Indiana.
It would not sound right. Kentuckiana.
That's fair.
Okay. Sorry.
Dude,
you got me all screwed up over here, dude.
Up, man. We won't talk Southern anymore.
Yeah, we're New Mexican. We can barely talk.
Fair.
We had Chris Schneckes, though, taking the win from the 6th starting position over Zane Smith, Sheldon Creed in 3rd, Josh Berry 4th. Good opening run for him. I believe that was his first race in the ARCA Racing Series. In that number 22, Chad Bryant Racing Ford. Chase Purdy 5th. Riley Herbst in that number 18 car, finishing 6th. 7th going to Gus Dean. Colby Howard 8th in that number 78 Howard Family Foundation Chevrolet. And Brandon Grosso for Ken Schrader Racing coming in the 9th position. Chandler Smith, tough end for that rookie there with that Smith General Contracting Toyota. Got the pole, was running really well right on the back bumper of Chris Schneckes right at the end of the race, but ended up blowing a tire on the last lap in turns 1 and 2 and ended his race and had to leave going to the hospital in an ambulance. So really tough ending for that rookie. Feel for him and wish him a speedy recovery.
Right, yeah, for sure. Moving on to the NHRA series. They were in Texas this weekend for the Spring Nationals. In the funny car, J.R. Todd took his first back-to-back funny car victory. That was pretty cool.
Now, I got to gloat just a little bit, Mick. Who was the driver I said to watch for this year in that funny car division?
Did you say J.R. Todd?
I did say J.R. Todd.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Looks like I was right,
man. It's a good thing I didn't bet you there, because I probably would agree with you. Looking strong this year. In Top Fuel, honestly, big win. Obviously, I'm a fan of the Forces. Brittany Force, the defending champion, she held off Terry Haddock. Terry, what is you doing, Terry?
Terry, no! What are you doing, Terry?
I wish we could include that video.
I'll throw a picture in.
Knew what we were talking about. Terry, no! Anywho, held off him and Doug Coletta. I'm sorry, I had to add, what is Terry doing? So
you even put a note there.
I even put a note there. That was pretty cool. But, yeah, a huge win for Brittany Force in the Top Fuel division. In Pro Stock, Matt Hadford drove to his first winner's circle after defeating hometown hero.
See, that's the hard thing about writing notes sometimes is we don't read too well here in New Mexico.
I got arrows all over the place.
Buddy, we're like last in the nation for edumacation, so we don't do too well when it comes to writing notes.
I barely passed high school.
I do got my GED, though.
Anyways,
I know I screwed you up there, but good weekend of racing for NHRA with their Spring Nationals event down there. I'll wrap that one up for you, Mick.
Thank you.
Over to World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car action, though, really quick. Darren Pittman on fire this weekend. He goes back-to-back with second consecutive win at Peevely in Missouri. Pittman got underneath Sheldon Honchild to lead lap 31, and that was en route to his second consecutive World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series win of this weekend, and second win in a row, which is really hard to do in that series. Everybody's so fast down there. Of course, I-55 Speedway in Missouri, one of the tracks that everybody has circled, really tough track, and it's just really cool to see Darren Pittman pick up the win there. He was a little bit behind this year, I feel, with that Casey Kane Racing number 9, but definitely found his a little bit of a groove.
Bit of a mojo going on.
Came from 6th to win on Saturday night. The rest of the results for Saturday night went Donnie Schatz finishing 2nd, Sheldon Honchild 3rd, David Gravel in 4th, Brad Sweet 5th, Jason Side 6th, Shane Stewart 7th, Cale Thomas, good run for him, in 8th, Joey Saldana 9th, and Brent Marks rounding out the top 10. Good weekend of racing down there.
Good weekend racing.
Just everybody. It was great this weekend. There was really not a single race that I would complain about, and I'd be one of those people like, well, I don't even know why I watch this damn racing no more. We need to go back and do some more football, buddy. I want to know when football coming back on.
Besides the guy that watching this, like, he really likes football.
Yeah, no, besides all the NFL fans out there that really hate me right now for doing a terrible Southern accent. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, Nick, we're going to wrap this up really quick with the Wheels Up watch list.
List.
The Wheels Up watch list.
What do we got going on?
We have the Camping World Truck Series. That's going to be Friday, May 4th at Dover. That'll be live on FS1. NASCAR Xfinity Series. That's going to be Saturday, April 28th for the Sparks Energy 300 at Talladega Superspeedway. That's going to be the drivers-only race this weekend, Mick.
Okay.
That's going to be 3 p.m. on Fox. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series action coming Sunday, April 29th for the Geico 500 at Talladega Superspeedway at 2 p.m. on Fox. And then we go over to Verizon IndyCar action for the IndyCar Grand Prix in Indianapolis.
Grand Prix.
The IndyCar Grand Prix. That's going to be Saturday, May 12th on ABC at 3:30. Finally, IndyCar getting into the Indianapolis month. It's here already.
Baby.
I can't believe it. It's
Well, I was going to say, it's already
crazy.
almost May. Like, it seems like this year just started. We're just closing out April.
I know.
That's
I
insane.
can't believe it.
Yeah, this year's flown.
Going back over the watch list, though, NHRA is going to have their 4 wide nationals from the Z-Max Dragway live on FS1 April 27th through 29th. World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series action is going to be on actually tonight, April 25th at Cotton Bowl Speedway, and then they're going to go to a doubleheader Friday and Saturday night at the Devil's Bowl Speedway in Texas. Great track down there. I believe, you know who was just down there? Was Rusty Martinelli. Old Peaches.
What up, Peaches?
He was watching some ASCS racing.
Shout out to that old man. Man, that dude's older than old.
I don't know if Peaches watches this show, but if he does, shout out to Peaches.
Yeah,
you go,
man.
Coach.
You go, Coach. Keep it up.
We also have NASCAR K&N Pro Series East action Saturday, April 28th. That's going to be the Visit Hampton, Virginia 150 from Hampton Speedway. ARCA Racing Series returns Friday, April 27th with the General Tire 200 at Talladega. That's going to be live on FS1. Again, really good track that everybody kind of circles to watch the ARCA Racing Series. Really to just see how many cars they wreck, I think. But regardless.
I mean, that's why I watch
Regardless, it is exciting.
Yeah, fair.
We have Monster Energy AMA Supercross to round out the Wheels Up watch list Saturday, April 28th with round 16 from Salt Lake City, Utah. And that's going to be another day show, 3 o'clock on Fox.
Yep, pretty cool.
Yep, well, Mick, I think that's all we have for tonight's show. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning in to Wheels Up Wednesday. For Matt Omick, I'm Spencer Hill. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to our Facebook and YouTube pages, and we will see you next Wednesday.